Back from your break.
Oh, hi.
I'll just repeat.
Hello.
No one heard my poop comment. I hope all of you had a good poop while we were away, if you had to do that. And we're back. So, y'all good? Ready?
Ready.
All right. So, in this room, you see the drones kind of circling ahead, going really fast, and they seem to be going faster and faster, fast enough to where these small little drones are actually causing quite a bit of wind that you can feel against your bodies. And then the next thing that happens is really odd. The roof of this dome, it's actually flat. It's not actually domed on the inside. And the same kind of iris door kind of opens up in the middle of the room on the roof. And this ball comes out. And
Time to play a game.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Rec
I'm not
time.
sure why Yuki's so excited about this ball, but a ball comes out, and the drones kind of stop spinning, and they go into these kind of indentations inside the bigger ball, and then the whole ball kind of glows a kind of a reddish color, and then it just kind of opens up like an orange. You hear like, and then like orange looking slices of this ball fall down, and the next thing you know is this gigantic 8-legged creature, half organic and half something you have no idea what. 3 of its legs seem to be artificially placed on this thing. It's got kind of like some type of weird thing on one of its sets of eyes, and it's now just sitting in the middle of this room, looking at all of you. And at this point, all of you should roll for speed initiatives, unless you want to try to talk to this thing.
I want to tame it. I want its parts.
I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tame this thing. You can try.
What's the difficulty?
Like a 12.
Okay.
Oh, wait. That's in the realm of possibility. No, it's not, because 10. Well, if it was a 10, it's within the realm of possibility if you got a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Because we could reduce it by like 3 or 4. Anyway, so you want rolls.
Yeah.
I don't, unless, Skylar, are you going to try talking to it? No. Shiro, you try and talk to it?
I have my crossbow out.
I think it wants to hurt me.
It's very hairy from what you can tell.
Well, just on the off chance, I'm going to shout hi as I get ready to kill it.
Hi, we're gonna kill you now.
Okay. You shout hi, and it just kind of looks at you, and there's some visible like drool coming out of its mouth. And when the drool hits the ground kind of just starts to sizzle a little bit. And then it starts walking towards you as you say hi.
Talk.
I'm gonna apply effort to my initiative roll.
Okay. Before you do that, the popcorn stuff kind of works out in your favor. So Skylar got a 19. So if that's unless the enemy is like a level 10 or something like that, which you don't know, then
Gotcha.
She would be going first, and then you can pick. So that kind of works out in your favor with how we're doing initiative.
Gotcha. I forgot about the popcorn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. You can if you want. I'm not one to stand in your way.
No, the GM says no, don't do it, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
Can I have a quick glance at my cards to see if that creature is on them?
At your cards?
Do I reckon? Yeah, I have
His
a little
His
plastic my
Pokemon
Pokédex.
cards.
Because I've memorized them by now, right? So is
Have you been that into the card?
Oh, yeah.
You have no
Victor loves these
idea.
cards.
Every time you bring up your books, you have no idea what's in your Numenera books, but these cards you've apparently memorized.
Well, books are studying, cards are playing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say, what the heck? One of these cards is an exact look-alike at this creature, and it just has kind of a skull face looking thing on it. Like in the corner where the difficulty and damage might normally be. Just has a skull. Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to back up. While the rest are going forward.
Okay, no problem. All right, so Skylar, you are first.
So it's just the big guy, right? Or the little ones?
No, the
Okay.
the little ones are no longer there. They seem to have activated this pod that this thing was staying in.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to, I guess, shoot at it.
Okay. Are you going to apply any effort to hit it or anything?
Not right away. I want to see how it reacts first.
Yeah, sure. All right, shooting at it with your crossbow then. Okay, go ahead. A 7. Well, you take your crossbow and aim at it, and you happen to hit it in just one of the metal synth areas, and the bow just kind of chinks off it. It doesn't even notice that a crossbow is fired at it, I guess. So who do you want to go next?
Tuck.
Okay. So, what range are we? Just short.
Yeah, I'll
So
say
we
he's
get
a
down.
short. It's a short distance room. He's in the middle. Y'all are on the edges, so he's not in immediate. He'd be in short range. It's a
Okay,
pretty
so
big
I'll-
dome.
Okay. So I'll use my crossbow,
Okay.
load it up, and go. And I'm going to apply effort.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. All right. Well, you shoot your crossbow at it, and the same thing happens. You hit like a different part of it, and it just kind of chinks off it as well. And who do you want to go next?
Shiro.
Shiro? Why is he saying no?
Why?
I'd like to run around to behind it
Okay, that's gonna take your
along the edge, though.
that's gonna take your entire action for the turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have ran behind this thing, and it didn't have seem to have noticed you too much yet. It's probably distracted
Is it
with
stealthy?
the other. Well, you weren't really stealthy about it, but it was probably distracted, maybe from the crossbows launching at it. Who do you want to go next?
Nearest.
Okay, I'm going to use Onslaught,
Okay.
and I'm going to just use physical Onslaught. Just smack it.
Okay. As soon as you try to use Onslaught, for some reason you notice that it's a little bit more difficult to call on the data sphere in this area. So everything involving your esoteries is 1 difficulty harder.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm still going to do what I was just doing. Just to figure that one out already.
Okay. Do you want to apply any effort to that?
Nope, I rolled.
Okay. Let me make a note about that. I hope I didn't make this too hard for you. You guys were talking about how easy everything was last time. Well,
Oh,
this
boy.
is
No,
this
it
is
wasn't.
what
No,
you
no,
get.
I'm talking about how, no.
All right, 18. Awesome. What you launched a physical onslaught on him? Okay, so you launch a physical onslaught at him. It catches him in one of his fleshy parts and kind of pushes it in. When he does that, some more acid kind of squirts out of his mouth a bit. I say acid because it's sizzling on the ground. His saliva kind of squirts out a bit. And you do 4 points of damage to him. Awesome.
And bonus damage from 18.
Would that apply in this case?
Physical damage.
Yeah. So you do 6 points of damage to him.
And does it seem to take the full 6 points of damage? Seem to.
Yeah, it seems like
okay, so-
it seems like it was completely effective.
Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. Learned something.
All right. So that's all 4 of you. It's now this enemy's turn, which I will hereby dub Biospider. It's Biospider's turn. And he kind of looks at Tuck, and out of this contraption in his eye, this kind of green laser just launches towards you. So go ahead and roll a d20 for me. If you want to make an actual physical if you want to jump around and dodge physically in real life, I will take that if you can do it.
Just don't break your computer with the headset.
I need a full flip or something like that.
I did it. Sorry, camera wasn't over there.
Yeah, I guess we missed it. You'll have to roll.
Okay. Apply effort.
Okay. Oh, man. So you don't notice that this beam's coming at you because it's so quick out of his eye. And when it hits you, it doesn't do any damage to you. But you are now debilitated. Or you've moved down on the damage track. You feel much physically weaker than you were.
Definitely
Oh,
skull.
shit, guys. We might be in trouble here.
And then he kind of looks over at Nearest. And out of his, we'll just say out of his nose comes this kind of like this... I lost my turn. This stringy looking substance that hits you. So you go ahead and roll a speed defense as well.
Okay, I'm going to use my visor.
Okay, so that'll move it down one. Awesome. Do you want to apply any effort to that? Seeing what just happened to Tuck?
I don't have any real effort in speed that I can apply.
Okay.
I'm like halfway through my speed pool.
Okay. 19. Awesome. So you manage to duck out of the way. This kind of stringy stuff lands exactly where you were, and the floor there just starts to sizzle up a little bit. And that will popcorn it back over to Tuck. And you're not debilitated. I guess that was way too far. You're at impaired.
I'm impaired?
You're impaired, not debilitated.
Okay, so can you explain to me what that means?
No,
we haven't...
you'll just have to figure it out.
Okay.
Effort costs 1 extra point.
Yes, GM.
If you don't know the rules, then you're not dedicated enough. Get out. When you're impaired, effort costs 1 extra point per level. Rolls of 17 plus only deal +1 damage, and you ignore the major and minor effects. So 17 or higher, you only get 1 damage, and effort cost 1 more point.
Okay. So if he's short range, I'm going to go ahead and just move up to get into immediate range with him.
Yeah, sure. You can move up to 1 range and still have your action, I think.
Oh, okay.
If you
I thought it wasn't allowed for short range, but
oh, you're right. You can't. Sorry, you should have just taken it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad the groups are so non-cheaty.
Well, it's from a DM to a GM,
Mm-hmm.
just helping a brother out.
Did you notice my roll for my artifact? Yeah, did that too.
I didn't. I actually forgot about that too. That's cool. Good job. This is.
Kill him.
I can't wait till I GM a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Yeah, there's numbers somewhere. What are the numbers are?
Just being a player in D&D is confusing.
So many numbers. Okay.
So I'm gonna pull out my great sword because I'm in range, but I can't attack yet.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll pass it to. Actually, I'm gonna go to Shiro because he's behind him.
Okay. And Shiro, since you're behind him, difficulty is 1 step easier.
I kind of want to jump on it.
Sure. Roll. If you're gonna jump on it, you'll have to. I'll say that's a might task. If you want to apply any effort to it, because you'll want to. I guess you'll hold on to something.
Okay, yeah, I'll put in some effort as well.
Okay.
Just roll a d20.
Yes.
What difficulty?
You don't know. Just roll a d20. And you roll a 10. Well, you start running up to it, and you hop, and you grab its hair or whatever on the back of this bio spider thing, and it kind of stings you a little bit, but it doesn't hurt you. So you don't take any damage, but it like there's like little barbs or something that may be cutting into your hands as you try to climb it, but you don't take any damage from it. So that will be your action. You are now on this thing, and the spider, the bio spider, makes some kind of a groan as you jump on it. It knows you're on it, and it's kind of like a mixture of raw mixed with beep boop 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 beep, kind of just melded together in some type of weird bio scream. So who do you want it to pass on to?
Nearest.
Nearest. Nearest is up next.
I'm just thinking out loud. It's going to be harder to hit. So I'm going to apply effort for the damage and hope to heck I hit it.
Okay. And you want to do onslaught again?
Yep, and 1 point of damage, or 1 point of effort.
Okay. So remember, your onslaught's going to be harder to hit. Not that it matters in this case. You call forth. I don't know if you said you were a psychic, Nano. So you kind of call forth in your head the esotery, and you launch it at him, but nothing happens.
All right, Skylar, you're up.
All right. Where is the door that we came in relation to where we are?
It's right next to you. It's like right behind you. Maybe your backs are up against it.
Is it open? It's closed. It's closed.
It's
then?
closed.
And all right. Well, I guess I'll attack it with my crossbow again,
Okay.
and I'll do effort to make it easier.
Yeah, sure thing.
We're dead.
Well, you launch your crossbow and you hit it in a different place. It just kind of chinks off as well.
You're getting better.
Man, we're all rolling like you see. Excuse me.
Not all of us.
We're all rolling like him today.
Yeah, most of the rolls are doing pretty bad for some reason, but it's okay. Y'all will be okay.
Roll 20
Maybe.
decided to hate us today.
Yeah, I'm starting to think of my next character. It's the monster's turn.
Is it the monster's turn? Okay. Did Tuck take? Oh, Tuck moved forward. That's right. All right. So the monster sees that Shiro's on its back, and it just starts to vibrate its abdomen very violently, trying to knock you off. So you go ahead and roll a d20 for me. This is going to be a speed defense, or no, this will actually be might because you're trying to hold on. 14. Since you didn't apply any effort, the monster kind of launches you off of it, and you land back on the floor. But you were on it for a little bit, so congratulations. And that's all the monster's going to do this time. The bio spider took all of its
That was totally worth it.
effort to shake violently and get Shiro off. He really didn't like having a, I don't know what he would call you, a lesser being on him or whatever.
I feel like we need to leave.
As soon as I fall off, I will yell at the spider, I will tame you.
Okay. Well, I'll go, since you just got knocked off, I'll pass it back over to you, Shiro.
I attempt to jump back on.
Okay. Do you apply any effort?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your d20 for me. 17. Awesome. You do manage to jump on it, and this time you have a dagger or something, right? A dagger or a sword. Okay. You take your dagger and you jump on it and you slam it into him in order to get a better hold on him, and it does 1 point of damage to him.
Okay, I'll pass it to Tuck.
Yeah, so Shiro's going to carry the group today.
Make up for last session.
Shiro's only done
Last
1
three
point of
sessions.
damage.
So,
Who's
Nearest,
done 6
he's on a
points of
roll,
damage?
though.
Nearest is getting upset because he's done 6 points of damage, and you're giving Shiro all the credit.
I'm the one distracting it, okay?
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to try to hit it with my great sword, and I'm going to apply effort, so that means it costs an extra, right? Because how long does that impaired last?
Until you rest.
Okay. I give up.
Well, you kind of swing your sword at him, and this bio spider is really cool because it jumps completely over your sword. It just kind of hops up and back down.
Shiro on its back.
Mm-hmm. Well, Shiro's holding on now by the sword, so he has a little bit better, or by the dagger, so he has a little bit better of a grip there. Who do you want to pass it to?
Nearest.
Nearest.
All right, I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. I'll apply the effort for the damage. Should I hit?
Okay. $11. Same thing happens. You can't seem to call on the data sphere for whatever reason. Can't really, bring up any esoteries right now. Everything's kind of fizzling out. So who do you want to go?
Skylar.
Skylar's up.
All right. I'll tag it again. Crossbow. I won't do effort this time.
Okay. Awesome. Well, you take your crossbow, which is it was a medium weapon, right?
Yes.
3 damage. Yes. 3.
3 damage.
Remember your...
And pierce. Yes,
Pierce.
I know. I was gonna tell him, and I have pierce, which gives a +1.
Your crossbow does 3 damage?
No, it does 4.
4 damage.
4.
Oh, okay. I was that's weird. You have a
Sorry, I have it written wrong on my thing.
light/medium weapon there. Okay. Well, you have pierce, which added 1, so that'd make it 5, and you rolled an 18, which brings it up to 7. And well, whenever you launch your crossbow at it, you grab it right in its other eye, and it just starts screaming out in pain. It kind of looks to the side and vomits up a bunch of saliva against the side of the dome, and it just kind of starts sizzling away.
Sorry, Shiro.
Yep, Shiro's getting kind of knocked around back there, and this thing is visibly hurting. It's kind of shaky. It's moving back and forth as it's trying to keep its balance. And I think that's all 4 of you, right? Okay, so this thing's gonna take its turn. It's gonna violently start shaking again to try to get Shiro off of it. And do you want to apply any might effort to try to keep your grip? Nope. Okay, go ahead and roll then. All right, and once again, you fly off of it. But as you fly off, you manage to keep your dagger in your hand, so you still have that. And the monster is gonna popcorn it back over to the monster, because it's a new round. I've been trying to get you guys to do something like that, and I figured the best way to do it is just to show you. And so it's gonna turn towards Shiro, as it's already gotten you off, and it launches its kind of webbing out of its nose at you. So if you want to go ahead and do a speed defense roll, I don't know if you want to apply any effort to that or not.
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. You do not dodge it. It happens to catch you. Happens to catch you on one of your arms, and your arm just starts sizzling in a lot of pain. And what I need you to do now is go ahead and take 2 points of damage. 2 points of might damage there. It's going to be ambient damage, so you're not going to be able to use any armor against that.
Does Shiro have speed defense?
What do you mean?
I do have an edge in speed.
He used effort in that one.
Yeah, but I was just wondering if you're trained in speed defense, but you're not, are you?
No.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
And that's going to be the 2 moves for the monster. We'll go ahead and pass it back onto Shiro.
Very angry with my pet spider, I draw my strong glass blade
Okay.
and try to cut off its leg.
Okay. As you take your turn, if you can go ahead and roll a d20 to check the effects of the acid on your arm. All right. You take 2 more points of might damage as acid kind of burns further into your arm. And go ahead and roll a d20 for your attack. Awesome. So you attack. You swing. You're just trying to cut off one of the legs. You won't be able to cut off all the legs.
Just one.
All right.
Preferably one of its front legs.
Okay. Well, as soon as you swing your sword, you do manage to cut off one of its legs. And just this green type of blood just starts squirting onto the ground, uncontrollably, almost making a pool. And the spider just falls to the ground, and doesn't really move anymore. It kind of shakes a bit, then its legs kind of curl up underneath it.
I'm sorry, pet spider, but it needed to be done.
Skylar, can you look at Tuck and Shiro? I want to look at this beast.
And the acid on
I'm
your
gonna
arm,
start-
Shiro, the acid on your arm no longer hurts anymore.
Oh, okay, thank God.
You have the med pit, Skylar. Since
But I
Skylar has the
wanted to
med
look at the spider too.
Well, you
How
can't,
about
but they're
you help
hurt.
me?
They're
I
like
just-
hurting and acid and stuff.
All right.
Okay. Do you remember how healing works? The difficulty is based on however many points you want to give back to them. So if you want to only give 1 point back, then it's just a level 1 difficulty task.
All right. Who wants to go first? Okay.
And then
how many points do you need,
since
Shira?
you have that first aid kit, it'll move the difficulty down by 1.
Sure. How many do you need?
Give me whatever you can. Whatever you feel
That-
comfortable healing.
All right. I'll do.
3?
All right. Yeah, I'll do 3.
If you guys keep saying points, I'm just going to make it fail automatically.
Just
Out of character.
put ointment.
I'm not going to
on my
put up with
arm,
any of
please.
that.
All right. So then.
Help me, I need 3 points of healing, doctor!
All right. So it's 3, and then with the med kit goes down to 2, or is that just extra?
Yeah, it goes down to 2 difficulty. Awesome. So Shiro gets 3 points back and whatever stat he wants. And you want to go do the same thing to Tuck?
If
If
Tuck?
If Tuck will let you.
I could use some healing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Consider that to be a
So-
commanding task.
Yeah. Trying to keep from
A
saying any
difficult one?
numbers here. Shit.
Was the battle challenging, or only difficult, or demanding?
Why would you care about how the battle?
I
That was a
really-
pretty
I'm
challenging
I'm
battle.
making small talk while we're
I'm
healing.
in a, Skylar, I'm in a very difficult position right now.
Okay, all right.
And I need
got
to
it.
rest.
Okay, I got you. I'll do my best. Well, you said no points, Tal, so we had to figure out a way around
I think
right?
it works out a lot better that way.
All right, so I'm gonna do the
For level
4, but 3.
Yep.
And for anybody who's listening in and wondering about that, it's because every die roll in Numenera has a word associated to the difficulty. So the challenging is a difficulty level 4, I think. No, 5. And then difficult is a 4.
All right, they're healed.
Hold that up to my camera. There you go. It's probably
Yeah,
backwards.
I see. There you go.
Yeah, I'm
It is
looking at
backwards.
that.
And while they're all doing that, I would like to pry this creature apart
Okay.
and see what we can get out of it, and see if I can maybe, bottle up some of the acid somehow, or, maybe has some fangs, or some of
Yeah.
the quills.
Yeah. So you kind of pry this amazing creature apart, and you kind of get burnt a little bit. Nothing too severe. I'm afraid to damage you guys any more further. You all seem pretty worried.
I can take bite damage. I just can't take
that's
really
fine.
anything else.
That's
I think
fine.
my only concern is that I'm impaired right now until I can actually rest. So
Yeah. You kind of pull it apart, and what's really weird is just as you kind of cut into the abdomen, the abdomen of this thing, when Shiro jammed his dagger into it to hold, no blood really came out at all. And when you cut in the abdomen, it's actually completely hollow, except for there's kind of one thing just held in the middle of it by these kind of strings that don't seem to be acidic. And when you pull it out, you find an artifact. So everyone gets 2 experience points. Congratulations on your discovery of this artifact.
Good job, guys.
And
Hey.
this artifact will take a level 6 difficulty to decipher what it is. And it'll take about an hour or 2 to figure it out as well. But you have that available.
So while he's doing that, can I use that
Rest.
hour to rest so that way I can get rid of my
Yeah, do all of
impairment?
you kind of want to take an hour to just sit back and relax and stuff?
Yeah, and maybe do a roll, just a recovery roll or something.
Yeah, so go ahead and take your recovery rolls for an hour if you want to do that. Nearest can take his difficulty level of 6, which would go down to a 5 because of Numenera. You have an asset, your books will make that go down to a 4. And then any effort you want to apply to it as well. Just let me know which roll you do before you do it if you're taking a recovery roll.
I would like to assist him.
Just while
Okay. So,
while we're doing that, can I also take a recovery roll while I'm figuring it out, or would I have to wait off on that?
yeah,
hold off on
while you're kind of taking a breather, you're just sort of examining
Okay,
this
cool.
object.
I'd
So
like to...
you have to tell me which one you're rolling before you roll.
that? Sorry, it was the recovery roll.
Oh yeah,
first,
because it's a
which is
D6.
1 by
It
6,
wouldn't
right?
it wouldn't matter either way. Okay, so you get 2 points. And then if Skylar wants to assist while you're examining it, it's down to a level 4 now. Skylar assisting you would add a +1 to your roll.
I'm going to apply. I'm just kind of calculating here. 2 points or 2 efforts, so 5 points worth of effort.
Okay, and that would bring it down to a level 2. 2 + 1.
While he's doing this, I'd like to get an idea of the design of this spider, just for future reference.
Okay.
I rolled. I got 11.
Yeah, I see. So Shiro, you can like, I don't know, take out a parchment and pen or something, and you just jot some notes down. So you can put in your inventory schematical notes on Biospider or whatever. And yeah, so you kind of analyze this thing, and what you notice is that it appears to be like you find like some leaves or something on the ground somewhere in this room that just happen to be sitting there, and you put it in it, and you notice that you found a plant jar of some sort, and a living plant placed inside this device remains alive until removed, regardless of light, water, or other conditions.
That's really neat.
That sounds cool.
And
I look over
I
at
guess
Skylar.
you didn't find leaves on the floor. That doesn't make sense. There was already a plant in it, like a rose or something
A
was already
mushroom.
in this thing, and
Cool. Okay.
that makes more sense.
I'll give that to Skylar, like the jar thing, the artifact to Skylar. It's
Okay.
Like, here, this is for you.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute.
And
Now, I'd like to.
oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
I'd like to go to the spider's eye that had the laser, and I'd like to basically cut that laser eye out.
I may have damaged it.
You damaged
no,
the
you,
other
cut-
eye.
you hit the other
Yeah,
eye.
The
the
other
other
eye.
eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a. It's not too hard. The spider's dead. Go ahead and roll a level 3 difficulty there, and with your tools and stuff, you can move that down to a 2.
Can I apply effort to it out of something? Maybe might or something or.
Yeah, you can pull it out of your intellect because it's already.
Really killing me on the intellect.
You're not debilitated. You're not impaired anymore though.
Seriously. I can't do effort on it then.
Okay, well, what do you? How do you pull it out then? Well, how do you pull? Do you just kind
Well, I
of?
mean, using some effort of
I'll
yanking on it.
I'll let you
pull it
use.
out
I'll let you use your
with
might
my
pull.
tool and.
You
I'll
looked
help him.
You looked pretty sad.
Actually-
I'll let you use your might pull.
Tal, can I help him? Can Nearest help him?
Yeah. That would already bring it down to a level 1 though. So you'd get a 1+1. So you had to get a 2 or higher.
Yes, finally.
All right, so you managed to kind of pull this thing out, and behind it is like a little battery thing as well that seems to be connected to it. And we'll go ahead and say you get a bio spider eye, and this will be a cipher for you. And enemies,
Speaking of ciphers,
enemies don't really have damage tracks, so I'm going to go ahead and say this does like 10 points of damage if you hit with it, but it is a cipher, so it's a one-time use. If you miss, you miss.
I was
If
actually
you were
hoping,
sup-
honestly, I was hoping it would be an oddity that I could just basically use the laser just to kind of as like a laser pointer and, okay.
Well, okay. I actually had an oddity planned in here. So as you pull that out, you find further inside this mechanical thing. For whatever reason, oddities are just you don't know why exactly they are or why they are where they are. You find a small little wand that keeps normal insects away in a 5-foot radius.
So who found it? Did I find that while I was digging around in the eye?
You found that while you were digging around in there.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay.
sorry, Tal.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever figure out the cipher that we found at the very end of last session that I gave to?
I forgot about that.
Okay, no, never mind. Because I gave it to Tuck, and I don't think Tuck remembered about it anyway. So.
Okay, that cipher exploded somewhere while you were walking around.
Yeah, we lost it.
Tuck tripped
I have
and
a
it fell on the floor. No one ever noticed. All right. So
Wait.
yeah. Oh, sorry.
What was that artifact called that Nearest and I figured out?
It's just a plant jar.
Oh,
Whatever you want to name it.
Okay.
You remember what it does? Any plant in it is
Any plant.
kept alive no
I
matter
gotcha.
what until removed. Okay. So whenever you killed this thing, one of the kind of drones kind of popped out of orange peel things that came out of the orb, and it's just laying there on the ground.
Ooh, it's dead? Well, not operable?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Can
would
we
like
take
to
it?
look at that.
Okay, who took it?
Skylar, I think, got to it first.
Skylar got to it first? Okay. When you look at it really closely, you just see a string of characters that you recognize from the keypad kind of etched into the side of this drone.
I would like to take note of that.
Okay. You have correctly taken note of it. So what would you guys like to do now? There's just a dead, rotting spider.
But there's this big ball that came down that has these orange things, right? That the other two orbs or other two things went into.
Yeah,
Like, is that accessible?
Oh, well, they just kind of fallen on the floor.
So all of them actually fell out? Okay.
Yeah,
Can we break into them?
the bio spider was kind of in the middle of this giant orb, and it split apart, and then it came out.
Oh, okay.
Can I break into any of the orange things, or is there anything else in this room that?
Now,
we
when I
can
say
get rid of?
orange things, I just mean like those Christmas orange chocolate things, you mash them on the table and they split into pieces. That's kind of the shape that they fell apart in, but the inside's hollow because that's where the spider was. So I guess you can't really break into it. They're just kind of like sheets of metal that have fallen on the floor.
Okay, so one of the other orbs that was the small ones that was actually following us around and stuff like that is dead on the ground. So I'll walk over to it with my greatsword and I smash the damn thing.
Okay. Well, you successfully smash it then. It is just
Thank you.
crumples on the floor. There's actually nothing inside of it. It was completely hollow.
I'm not too concerned about that. I feel better though.
Okay. What would you guys like to do now?
Is there anything else in this chamber?
Nothing that you can see.
If we look around carefully, is there anything?
No, there's just the one door. It appear from when you look at this room, it just appears this was meant to contain whatever this thing was.
So I think I found the code to that door that Tuck and Shiro got launched away from.
Oh.
Maybe we should. Yeah, that one drone thing had this code on there that looked a lot like the keypad. So I think maybe this might be the code to get through that door.
Okay, well, we can try it, and I guess we'll head back there.
Okay. Well, you do the same thing. You stand in front of the door. It beeps at you, and
Put my mask on.
air goes away. All of you have your masks on. That's about a 10-minute process while it depressurizes. You walk. It's about 10 minutes. By the time you get back to the main facility of sorts, your tanks have kind of already depleted. You guys can kind of tell that it's getting harder to breathe, and you get back in what you assume just in the nick of time. And you're back in the main facility. The air is repressurized, and you guys are good. And you should still have one tank as a cipher left.
Which Tuck is currently carrying. Tuck is carrying an awful lot of ciphers. Let's make our way to the keypad.
Hush, Eve! My gosh, no metagaming.
All right.
The GM is forgetful. I don't know if you've noticed that. Sorry, Tal.
It's
Please
okay.
I hadn't noticed that.
It's okay. I forgive you. For calling me out, please roll a D100. No. So you go back to the keypad. Skylar goes ahead, and I assume you put in these buttons. A different color appears on the keypad. Still a color you've never seen before, and the keypad just goes, and the door kind of whoosh.
All right. Well, looks like that worked.
All right. When you walk in that room, I assume all of you walk in this room. It's a little bit darker than the other rooms because the dome's not translucent. But there are shelves around this place, and what I need you guys to do is pick one party member to roll a D8.
Not it. No, I'm kidding. I can if you want me to, if y'all are worried about it. But yeah, there you go, Shiro.
Shiro.
I
I
vote
think
Shiro.
Shiro's really in on it. So let's go with Shiro.
Okay.
A D8?
The guy that
Just don't roll
rolls
a
the
one.
most ones.
I
His
killed
luck
that
is
spider,
bound to
thank you.
change.
While we're at it, Tal, I used 4 XP for a skill, and I
Okay.
chose engineering.
Engineering,
To be trained
awesome. He's gonna
Thank you.
try to rebuild the spider, I think.
An army of them
Oh
at
my
that.
Okay.
3.
3. All right. Shiro rolled. So let's have the other 3 of you roll a D150. And then you guys can divvy up these ciphers however you want. You're all just going to find them somewhere, and then you can decide where you want them to go.
Oh wait, do I roll 150 as well or no?
No, you rolled a 3, meaning y'all found 3 ciphers in
Oh,
the storage room. So since you rolled that, the other 3 will just roll these. So an 82, 46, and a 55. Let me pull up my cipher list here. And I can bring that up so people can see that. So the 82 is a spatial warp. Let me see what that is. That's going to be a small metal ring. When affixed to another Numenera device that affects a single target at range, what's your name? Tuck, that thing does long range, that laser. When affixed to another Numenera device that affects a single target at range, that range is increased to 1 mile with no penalties. Space is temporarily warped in terms of seeing and reaching the target. If a direct line of sight is important to the device's effect, it remains important. Creating the spatial warp functions as one use of the device. So that'll take any range thing and make it, I guess long is 1 mile, I want to say. And short is like a few, like 500 feet or something. I don't know how many feet are in a mile. That's probably pretty close. but Oh, here it is. Oh, long is 100 feet. How long is a mile? How many feet are in a mile?
5,000.
Okay. Wow.
It's 5,280.
So a long distance is 100 feet. Short distance is 50 feet. Immediate is 10 feet. So you could put that on the laser thing and it'd shoot, Jesus, 1 mile down the... So that's one of the things you have.
I hope there's no really big hills.
The next one was a 46. Who's taking the small metal ring?
Tuck should take it.
You guys really want me to disappear in some kind of black hole or something, don't you?
I just think, out of character, that a laser sniper would be pretty awesome. I mean, we could take out a king with it, per se.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good point. Okay, so Tuck is gonna drop the tank, the O2 tank.
Okay.
What would you call it? The easy breather or something like that.
Easy breather.
And I guess if Shiro is giving him that, then I'll accept it.
Okay. Next one was 46. So that is going to be a knowledge enhancement. And that is a pill or ingestible liquid. For the next 24 hours, the character has training in a predetermined skill. Although the skill could be anything, including something specific to the operation or something similar. And it also has a list of a D100. So, Tuck, you rolled that 46, roll a D100 for me. Uh, 55. That pill gives you training in crafting for 28 hours. So I don't know if any of you want that.
Do we have a crafter in our group? Shiro? Okay. Yeah, I'll hand it over.
Imagine somebody who wants it, yeah.
I'll hand it over to Shiro.
Okay.
So it's a ring that gives me crafting.
It's a
24?
pill.
Pill.
It's a pill that
That gives me
28 hours, right?
crafting for 28 hours.
awesome.
While we're on that subject, I got one of those way back at the beginning, and you said random until I use it. Since you have it up already, can I do the D100 to figure out what it's for?
Yeah, sure. That makes things a bit easier, so we don't have to look around when you get it. 10. Melee attacks. So you are trained in melee attacks for 1 day.
If I use it, okay.
If you use it. And then you rolled a 55, so that would get you a metal death. Let's see. Oh, that's not.
Could have used that on Metal Man.
Metal Death is a wrist-mounted sprayer. It produces a stream of foam that covers an area about 3 feet by 3 feet, transforming any metal it touches into a substance as brittle as thin glass. This foam affects metal to a depth of about 6 inches.
Definitely could have used that on Metal Man.
Mm-hmm.
Jail?
Oh yeah.
So does anyone want to take that?
I'll hang on to it if that'll give me my 2 ciphers unless.
Okay.
Okay.
Talutha, what was the name of that first one again?
I don't know. The 82?
A warp thing? Yeah.
Spatial warp.
Spatial warp. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome. So that's everything useful you find in that room. Has anyone not gotten an oddity yet? Has everyone gotten an oddity? Have you not, Skylar?
Okay. Well, I've gotten those Etch a Sketch things from a little while back still. I have no idea what to do with those.
We'll go ahead and have you roll you can roll a D100 then.
I still have the 2 metal and glass discs floating around my wrist.
A 24.
Yeah, you can craft it.
Oh, you get a fuzzy stuffed bear that makes growling noises when you squeeze it. So congratulations, happy birthday. All right, so that's all you find in this kind of storage looking room. Everything else seems to be either dead or useless.
No airship parts, right?
There's no airship parts in this thing.
Anything like like anything we can convert into shin? That's small and carryable, transportable.
Yeah, you can find a few little sheets of metal. So we can say you find like, I don't know, 150 shin in there.
Awesome, sweet, and I'll divvy that up.
Okay. All right. So what would you guys like to do now?
So everybody gets 37 shin.
Nice even round number.
I want to find a
know,
store.
right?
All right. You look around in
Yeah.
this room and there's no
Is-
store visible.
This building is pretty secure, we would think, right?
Oh yeah, it seems to be.
I look around and say, should we just camp here for the night and then travel back to the crystal with the artifact in the morning?
I
Or
agree.
would you guys rather leave and then camp?
No, stay here. It's safer.
Potentially.
Yeah, we
Stay
can
here,
do
it's safer.
we can do the watch, the watches, just in case.
Okay. Does Tug kind of agree with them? Do you wanna camp? Okay. Do you want to stay in this room or are you going to a different room?
I kind of like this room. It's kind of at the end and had a nice clean door.
It's very
Hopefully the door doesn't shut on us.
doors are
Oh, we have
very
the code
important.
to get out, so
Okay.
well, they are.
Then we can take a 10-hour rest. And then you can roll your recovery for 10 hours, see where you end up. I'm going to ask, you're kind of stuck now. Does anyone have more than 2 ciphers on their person?
We dropped the easy breathers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those died.
they're
You
gone.
don't have them.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually have 4.
And your max is 2?
Yes.
You want me to hold
You
on to
look
one
so
for you Tuck, for a moment?
It's too late.
But they're cool
Oh.
stuff. There's some really cool stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm like
Can't
a hoarder.
hoard.
So Tuck is a hoarder. That's part of his background, I guess.
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
Let's see.
Let me roll my recovery roll
You-
first now.
Okay.
Oh god, a 2, really? Okay.
So you can carry 2 and you have 2 over, right?
That's correct.
So I need you to roll a D100 plus 20. $112.
Well, Tuck, start rolling a new character.
All right. The character is terribly ill as a result of minor chemical or radiation interaction of the ciphers. The difficulty of all actions is increased by 2 steps for 2d6 days. So if you can roll a 2d6 for me.
Come on, ones. Don't fail me now.
Oh, it should be a 12. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, so for 8 days, any actions you take are 2 steps more difficult.
Okay.
You walk the line, Tuck, and that's what happens.
Yeah, I know. No. I need to use some of these ciphers. I just keep forgetting them. Keep forgetting about them.
Okay. So it's you sleep for what you assume is 10 hours, and you wake up. You're in this room. Maybe one of you has awful flashbacks fighting Bio Spider during the night, and you know what? Tuck is ill. He has flashbacks fighting Bio Spider during the night, and it just turns out to be a reaction to these ciphers he's holding. So what would you guys like to do now?
Flex skill is
While we were
bartering.
resting, I grabbed,
Okay.
or not grabbed, I spent my XP and picked up a new esoteric, the one that my character's kind of been working on in the background since we met the metal guy.
Okay.
So I now have erased memories.
Awesome. And you took bartering as your skill?
Yes, I did.
Okay, awesome. Do you have a skill you want, Skylar?
I did persuasion.
Persuasion, awesome. All right. So you learned a new esotery. We have skills. Y'all are sitting in the room.
I would like to do. I'm going to do another fighting move, but I don't know what it is going to be yet. So
Okay, that's fine. We'll say you learn it now while you're looking through it, and whenever we
Okay.
figure it out, you can.
cool. Thanks.
No problem. I just feel bad for you. I'm sorry, Tuck.
It's all right. Tuck will march on. He has a message to deliver to King Hova, so he can't fail.
Now vomiting every step of the way. So what would you guys like to do?
Make our way back to the crystal.
Okay. As you walk out, the other dome that you guys never really explored kind of catches your eye. Whether you want to explore it or not, that's really up to y'all.
Might as well before we leave.
Okay.
I'm in.
Well, you guys walk over in that direction, and when you get in there, weird plants kind of line the walls, unlike anything you've really ever seen before. Some have died and are wilted, while a few of them seem to be thriving in their environment.
What kind of plants are they? Just like general.
Yeah, they're just they're weird, kind of the same color that you saw in the keypad, colors you have never seen before.
I want to put some in my jar. The dead ones.
Okay, you want to put the dead ones in the jar?
Oh no, no, the live ones. Sorry.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't.
got backwards of what it does. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when you get death and living backwards, especially when talking to a small child. Oh yeah, Dad's dead. It's okay. He'll be here soon. You can go join him. In
I
fact,
got mixed up what it does.
Okay.
Making fun of me.
Well,
Is there anything else in this room or this dome?
no, you can't really find anything else. Skylar kind of puts some of those plants, kind of shoves them into the plant jar, maybe filling it to its max, as far as what you can do. And you have now plants in that plant jar.
And there's nothing else in this chamber.
Nothing that you can really tell. There's a pathway that leads to that closed door, the airlock door, and then a pathway heading back to where you were.
All right. Well, should we make our way to the crystal now, and on the way there take our break? Because I think it's been about an hour.
Yeah, sure. We can go ahead and say you're making your journey while we're on our break. So let's take 5 minutes, and then we will be back.